Hi, this is PhD Alborz Seddigh Afshar. That is number 1086 to some more. I think 6 or 18 more. Okay, for the Afghanistan tax system to hopefully provide their for their healthcare system and their agricultural system. It's May 29, 2015, 15 o'clock 24. Okay, so here goes the dicing. So it's taxes for the Afghanistan Healthcare Ministry and Agriculture Ministry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. So the last one is an F, and the first one, strictly speaking, is an R, so RHF, strictly speaking. RHF, yeah. So there's one of them that's slightly more of, I think it's the R more than the J, and it's more the F more than the N. So I get into what it's exactly instead of what's close to it, RHF. RHF. So R is resistance, H is height, so that's distance, F is force. So the force would be already implicit if I invent a force. Okay. So just since with the R and H, which is too simplistic, there's okay, so resistance increases with length. So with H, of wire it passes through, and how force relates to resistance is force is work per velocity, which is I squared R divided by velocity. So that's I squared R divided by velocity. So it's sort of always combination. If I so how I would engage into that is so that would be the R turns into length and opposite surface, the R, so you substitute with length opposite divided by surface. You might make it elegant through the x out of the velocity and the x out of the length. So let me think if I would quadrify that or reduce that. I'll write that down. So I'll write it down to make slightly more complicated forces instead of just going through my head. So maybe I can make it elegant with each other with the velocity, or make it that becomes x squared or elegant. So I'm gonna figure that out. So let me see, 29th. I'm gonna write like this, or write like this. 29 5 2015 15 I squared that is I squared R divided by x per t is work per velocity. So that would mean I squared x per surface per specific resistance. I think that was wrong. I think that term was specific resistance is x per t is F. So let's see if I can make this two elegant with each other. So that becomes I squared x rho per a squared A surface area is x squared divided by x per t is I squared. X goes away with the x squared rho divided by x per t, so that becomes is I squared rho this one with this one, this one with this one, t x squared, so it doesn't become elegant or that much, so is f is I squared rho t area is I squared rho velocity power of minus 1, okay, per x is I squared rho divided by v times x. Okay, so at that point this is the situation. At that point, if I draw that out as I drew it, yeah, okay, let's see if you see it well. Okay, so f is I squared rho per v times x, so per velocity times x, or f is I squared is a current squared rho t per surface. So you could say with the surface increasing, the force decreases, or with the velocity increasing, the force decreases, or the distance increasing, the force decreases. So at that point of the electromotor components, I suppose the coils, maybe, if you say there's more surface in the wires of the coils, that is meant, the force decreases, but and if the type of material you use has a specific resistance in the electromotor coils, that is I think is less liked. The type of resistance of the material used as a type of metal in the electromotor coils is also relevant for whether you use a superconducting material for its specific resistance, or use a non-superconducting material, let's say a very high resistance material. So which also was again so obviously with the velocity the force decreases. So what that means, maybe if you have and a surface, so I suppose if you have larger surface in the electromotor wire, so if you don't just use a superconductor but you use a large surface wires for the superconductor, so a superconductor coil with a large surface for its superconducting wires, and with a large area, that would mean let's say with each of these individual forces coined, that would mean so I'll write the flow constant down too, and then some flow. Let's say thermal custom, something like that. pen. So I suppose multiply by a certain flow constant. That's it. So put my pen down. I suppose I put it around. Yeah, okay. So I suppose I can multiply by some flow factors. That I'm not sure what flow number I am. So flow 216. So I would say I'm flow 217 for this particular one. There's flow 218 for that one. Times flow 219, yeah. So I would say I could also make it a flow force by I can make it a flow force by I squared rho. Then I would say this is x3. So I would say this is x per t, x per t. Yeah, I can turn into a flow force through saying this is times t per x squared. So that is multiply that by x per x, turns into I squared rho per x, times x per flow. That would be per flow what number? I would say flow 33, so I would say flow 34.